if... Hey, everybody. Welcome. I'm trying to set up my Instagram. It's very slow. Oh no. Network is tripping. That's the bright. I'm coming. Hello. I'm sure you guys had a wonderful weekend. And a sad one. Hi, Instagram family. Welcome. Finally, you guys are here. Yeah, it's been a very eventful weekend from within the community. And yeah, so is life, I'm afraid. So is life. Right, but it's a Monday. It's a Monday reset. We have named our Monday. For those who don't know, it's a Monday reset. So we are resetting for the week. Starting fresh. We're given it another opportunity. We're here. What are we going to do with it? Okay. So welcome. Tell everybody that we are live and we are here. It's all about growth, right? The opportunity. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me. It's all about opportunities and that we are given. Are we taking advantage of it? So let's go. I am very grateful for the time that you guys give me every week. I'm here Monday. But you could be anywhere, you could be doing anything, but you're here with me. And I'm forever grateful for that. So, and I will say, yeah, let's go. Let's jump in. Let's talk about it. Welcome, everybody. And today, because sometimes, you know, in life, you can talk so much as a person. You can say so much. You can put everything out there for so much. But the rest is up to you, me, to take the action. Because I think that's where the problem is with most of us. We don't take action. Now, when I look around our community, I'm talking about the Namibian people, about our community. I don't know where we have lost the way of people being and living just. Now, this is not for everybody, right? It's just certain people. But as people, somehow we have lost way of that joy, that spark of being and doing things in a certain way. Because as we all know, most people live in Okatutura, the place which the name says it all. If you are a Muhereronu, the name says it all. And somehow we are placed there, right? As people, we are placed there. Now, to make the most out of it, it's up to us. Or for us to dwell within what is around us, it's up to us. Where does growth come from? Growth comes from us taking action, us wanting the change, us being better as people. But if we're not doing that, we'll be in that hamster wheel, doing the same thing over and over again. And today, I want us to talk about time. Why is time so important? Because we all hear this say, time is money, time is money, time is money. But is it really? Is time money? Because most of us, we have run out of money. And all that we have is time. Time. We have plenty of time. to the point of how we live our life. Some of us with no purpose, no reason. If you don't have a reason to wake up next thing, like in the morning, it's like, tomorrow I'm going to do this, da 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 da. Most of us, we just wake up because we are alive, right? We wake up just because we are existing. And that is a waste, because you see around young people with so much potential. And I'm saying that even looking within my own family, right? People, when you see the person or when they touch something, their hands, it's just gold, pure gold. But somehow we just tend to waste our own selves, we waste time because we don't see that value within ourselves. You know, we tend to value giving time to somebody else because you're not doing it for yourself, because you work so hard to please the other person that's going to work. You work so hard because I have to go to work to pay for the rent. But that time you should be giving to yourself as a person, you don't do that. And so therefore we don't put that value on ourselves. Is that making sense to you guys? So we miss out on a lot of things. And we misunderstand, because the thing when it comes to time and money, we kind of sort of see it as two different things, and we miss out on that, because time is money, right? Time is money, right? The time that you are putting in at work, it's the money that they are putting out to pay you. It's the money that you are making for them, that time. But because of how everything is framed, right? Everything is framed around us that you got to go to work to make that money. Otherwise, you won't have, and which is true. But and then we miss out on the thing, which is us. You have to do something extra, like even the side hustle that will take you out of where you are now. Hey, Judith girl, you miss out on that, right? You miss out on that important thing, which is you. You got to give yourself time. What time are you giving yourself to like really wake up early and do the thing that you have to do? Like you said, okay, I'm going to wake up early. That's a promise to yourself, right? I'm going to wake up early and do A, B, C, D. Come tomorrow morning, you are hitting that snooze button like there's no tomorrow. You just don't want to do anything. You're not doing anything. And we miss out. We miss out so much on ourselves. So I look around our community and I'm like, golly, what a waste of talent. What a waste of talent. So we sell ourselves short. We sell our time for fiat money. We sell our time for nothing, really. We don't value ourselves that much that we sell time. We think time, so we tend to think money and time is like, we think money is the goal. No, money is just the tool that gets you to get the money, right? So we miss out because we're all aiming to have money. Money is just a tool that will give you the freedom to have the time, to buy you that time, because that's what we want at the end of the day. Because let's say if somebody's saying, I'm working from home, why? Because you want that more time for yourself. You want more time to be with your family. You want more time to be with your kids. You want more time to do what you love or what you value, what you have put more value on. Because you have money, you've made that money, that tool, you've created that enough for you to get to that destination, which is your money, which is your time. But because we have so twisted, we've twisted it so much that we don't see the value in time. Have you ever tried waking up and then you've missed out, like, oh God, I'm late? You have run out of time then, yes. But most of us, we have so much time on our hands, we don't know what to do with it. We don't know what to do with it. We scroll social media, we call a friend, we just get ourselves in a pickle of nothingness. And then sometimes you tend to get busy doing nothing. And there goes the time. And there goes a day. You've done nothing effective at all. And then you stress out, and then you worry, and then you wonder, and then you're sick because you are sick to hear, because you don't do the right things. You don't give yourself enough time. You don't even know what to do with the time that you have. And most of us end up doing things that are not important. Just because, oh, hey brother, are you sure you want to join me? right here. I can see you requesting to join me. Say something on here. Let me see. So guys, we gotta value our time. It's so precious. Value your time. You are worth everything, every being within yourself. It's worth so much that you have to give yourself that time. You have to give yourself that greatness you are, because you are a great being, but you just have to see it. Because it doesn't matter how much books you are reading, how much notes you are taking, how much time you're coming on here listening to me. If you are not taking action, you won't get the money. Because to have that amount of money and to have that time, it all starts within here. That I will hammer on that every time. It starts within the mind, because the person you are now and the money that you have, that's what your worth is. But if you want more, you gotta grow here to have that more money, because you that person that's gonna be on another level, the person that you want to be on another level has to come with you, right? So you have to grow mentally. You have to be able to handle what's on the next level, because most of us, we are here and we want money that's up here. No, honey, no, because you got to put in the time at this level to get to the next level for you to be able to handle that level, because there will be new challenges at that level. And if you're not prepared for it, you will come crumbling down. And then you say, oh, that doesn't work. Oh, I've joined that program. I made so much money quickly. And that happens in the world of Forex. And then you crumble down because you didn't have the right mindset for it. Your growth within yourself, it's not enough. You don't have enough growth for you to handle whatever is on that platform. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot for somebody to succeed. It takes a lot. Because I'm going to jump on you, Judith. Prime example there. She wrote a book. But it took her a long time to prepare for it. The book just didn't appear, right? Just like that. There is a book. No. Next level needs new you, new mindset, new absolutely perspective. Absolutely. At every level, because I think that's the thing that we tend to do as people. We are never prepared. We don't want to prepare ourselves. We don't want to do the hard work at this level where we are now to get to the next level. We think like, I'm ready. We think we're ready, but we are never not ready, really. Because if you are ready, you have to change your habits of what you do on a daily basis to be that next person, right? To be that new you. You have to change your habits, because you cannot want better life, better things with who you are now, right? Because you are not putting that out there to the universe. You're not putting it out there even to yourself to say, this is what I want. So it's not going to work. That's why most of us, we are stuck. We feel as if life is against us. But it's just what we're doing. It's what we're doing. And all you have to do is change. All you have to do is just change your mind. Be willing to do more. Be willing to do the graft. Be grafting. Work hard. On that note, I'm jumping on and hopping on the whole of last week. I've been looking for another queen that we're going to honor this week, and I found an amazing woman. This woman, she was Angolan, a queen from Angola, born into a royal family. She was an amazing leader that worked this planet Earth. And when you listen to how she dealt and did things, for some people might say, oh, she did this, that made her evil. But then now look at it. Being a woman, even back then, I'm pretty sure that was even worse than we have now. Her name is Queen, I need to say this name right, Ngizza Bande, right? But she was just a trooper of a woman. She was born into a royal family. Her dad was a king. Let me just get it right. She was born into a family of the Ambundu. So like where I come from, Judith, the Ambundu people, we call them Ovimbundu, right? So which is from that. We have people in Namibia and we call them Ovimbundu. Because I think it's people who came from Angola. And because Namibia, it's bordered with Angola very, very close. So I'm pretty sure some of us, we are that, but we don't know. So I thought it was very, very close to home. Let's just dig into her and understand a little bit of what, like, hard work and not giving up does to a person. She was like a trooper of a woman. Her father was a king. And the name sounds powerful. Absolutely. I mean, when I was intrigued by it, I'm like, wow. She inspired me so much with how she ruled and ruling in against the Portuguese people that went into Angola. And so she had to fight these people because what they were doing, the Portuguese people getting into Angola, taking people and exporting them to Brazil to work in cotton, coffee and whatever. They had to do slaves, right? And she had to fight them. But she had 2 sisters, a brother. But because her name came because she had the umbilical cord around her neck, and her dad was so, like, he was just joyful when we saw that. So in his mind, he named her with that, saying, okay, because of how you were born, you're going to be a powerful, strong woman. And he took on to her. He taught her everything. She was a beloved, like the diamond child. You know, the child that we all love to hate? It's like, you. She was that to her dad. And the thing that I loved was that he didn't say, oh, you are a she. So therefore, because she had a brother who was a little bit older than her. Of course, he was going to be the next heir. But the father, took on and told her. And she was bright and fabulous and everything. And then she had I think he was a priest. He taught her how to speak Portuguese and read and write, so she could speak it fluently. And she was just amazing. And so, of course, because that was an advantage, dealing with the Portuguese people, you know, if you don't understand the language. So, of course, you are in a disadvantage because they came and they were taking people and killing people. So people had to fight. Eventually, her father died, but then he was taking her to everything. He even told her he went on the back of a horse, went in the field and fought. So she experienced it firsthand. She knew the tactics and everything. Eventually, he died. The brother took over. And he was a mess because he was so, see, this is the thing with the mind, because he was so taken into being jealous with her, instead of saying, okay, let me be next to you and Dad and learn from you. He was so much in like envying her, not wanting her so much. He missed out on the bigger thing that he could have really learned on how to be a king, because it was a no-brainer. Of course, being a man, he was going to be the next person in line. And so he was. But what he did, it was a mess. He got people killed. So he got people killed. Like within the tribe, people just got killed because his tactics that he was using for him to fight these Portuguese people, it was not working. So eventually, he sort of gave in and said, listen, sis, come in. help me out. And she came in and said, okay, it's fine. I'm going to help you, but I'm going to be your ambassador of going out to talk to these Portuguese people. But even before that happened, what he did, because she had a boy, she was around about 35. I'm telling this story a little bit all over the place, but she was about 35 when she was asked to do this. So she had a boy, and because the brother was not happy, he killed this little boy. Now, because he didn't want, of course he's gonna take over if I live long enough and be old. So obviously he's gonna take over, but he didn't want that. So he had a half brother. He killed the half brother and the family. So and killed a lot of people that were close enough for them to take over because of just pure jealousy. And then what he did with the girls, so that they don't give birth again, they got sterilized, no more babies. Just created so much fear in them. And after that happened, it was said to say the girls never had kids, and that Queen Giza, her boy, was killed, so she never had kids again. But then she said, okay, fine, with the brother, joined the brother. She went to meet the Portuguese people. So they had like a group of men sitting on chairs, and the superior who she was going to talk to. So what they had for her, they just had a little mat on the floor. And she was like, no, we are not doing that. So she asked one of the people that she brought in, one of her girls, kneeled on her all fours, and she said, so they were on the same level, like eye to eye. I see you, I can see you. So it was just, they were trying to degrade her. And she said, no, where I'm coming from, I am a queen. You don't get to play me like that. So they talked, because of course they couldn't talk her out because she could speak Portuguese and understand. So she negotiated. She was apparently very good at it. How to use her tactics. Instead of being a bully, she used her charm as a woman, right? She used her charm. She let people... She talked to them. So eventually she won, right? She got the best out of the deal. She got the best out of it. When the Portuguese got a little bit, but she got the best out of the deal. But it was hard work. Eventually the brother died. Or, so they said, either he died from something or she killed him. But this brother, he had a boy. And trying to say, come to auntie. But the boy was a little bit apprehensive about her. Because, see, this is what I understood from the story. Being as strong as you had to be in those years as a woman, sometimes you had to do the unthinkable. That's what I was thinking. But what she did, she killed the boy because she was getting her own back. And I think that was a bit pitiful, but because she carried the pain. I have never lost a child. I don't know how it feels like for somebody to kill your child. Actually, a baby, right, in front of you. I don't know that. So I can't say it was petty, but I felt she could have just kept the boy and trained him, right? But no, she didn't. She got married, and at that ceremony of where she got wed, she killed this young boy. So people are saying she got her own back, right? Who am I to judge? And then she went on, she fought the Portuguese people, And then slowly, because they had much more power, because they had guns and stuff, I bet they were just using sticks and stones. She knew how to use that arrow and bow. Her dad told her that. She knew, right? She fought to the point where she couldn't anymore. She joined the Dutch people. So the Dutch people helped her out. So it's now she was playing them as fiddles, both sides. So she was being as if, yes, I am with, and she took in the women and took in the Dutch people, but at the same time killing the Portuguese people. She was just playing them as well, playing the Dutch people, because of course she was fighting. At the end of the day, for her, it was fighting for her people. She was fighting for her people. That was her main priority, and she did that, and she did it very well. But she was getting older and older and losing people. Then she got married to another man. He was a king of another tribe, which they didn't really want her because you are a woman, so you can't be a queen here. And then because you are not really royalty, but she thought that because her mother wasn't the first wife, her mother was one of the slaves, but she thought that very cleverly, saying like, my dad was a king, right? So they had to let her come in. Eventually they had to give up because she had the talk. She was told how to. So she was really brilliant at her job and how to talk people, right? Outsmart people, should I say. And she did that, and she did very, very well. So for me, why was I interested in that? For me, I was interested in the power of what we have if you believe in something, if you really want to do something. And that's what I learned from that strong, powerful woman. I will leave her name in my description to see, like, go and find it, Google it. You'll find so much about her, how she fought the fight. And then eventually she had one of her sisters being a spy in the Portuguese side. They got caught. She escaped. They got caught. And I think they said they killed her sister, one of her sisters. But when she was like really old, getting really old, she had to pass on the throne to somebody else, one of her sisters called Barbara. But they got these names because the one thing that I liked is what she pretended to say, okay, I'm going to be Baptist, fall in for what you guys want. Let me just welcome you guys in, because these people were forcing things on people, the Christianity. You got to take in the things that you don't want, because if you are an African person, there is certain things that you do, right? Certain, like how you live as a tribe, how you live as people, you live a certain way. But then these European people, they came around and pushed their beliefs on people, how they wanted us to be. And so she had to be clever. Took on to be a Catholic. And then there were two people there, one, a man and a woman, husband and wife. So they became her foster parents, and she took on their names. Anne de Souza Bande, which Bande was her last name. So she took on Anne de Souza. She took those two names from them. Her name was Anne, and his last name, of course, which was theirs, was de Souza. So she took it on, make it as one name, make it her name. And then she didn't really practice being a Christian, because she just took it on, playing the card and said, look, I'm doing the thing, right? But she was just doing it to protect her people. She did everything to protect her people. And of course, there were bits where she had to sell people because she wanted to buy guns. She did stuff, right? But it was all for survival. Now, whether that's good or bad, I don't know. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to say she shouldn't have done that. She shouldn't. I don't know. Because it was hard. I'm talking 1860s. And she was born in around 1583. That's a long time ago. Right? So, and I think their name, because her dad was Ngola, and which is Angola. And I think they flipped it to what we know now, Angola. Right? And I'm like, God, that is so interesting. How, and she's still a pillar within Angola. People look up to her that she stood up for them. She stood up for them. She was a pillar. And back then, to be a pillar, when you are being rejected, like you're a woman, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. She stood up, because at one point, she dressed as a man. Started to dress as a man, wanted to be called king. As she had guts, she had balls, all right. And which I thought that was a bit corny. She had her male, like the security guards, the people around her, to dress as women. I said, what's that all about? I didn't understand that bit. Like, because she wanted to feel so much superior, I bet she felt the need to do that. I said, oh, okay, that's a bit, but here we go. And then most of, like, her guards were women. She just wanted to feel that power, I guess. But it was an amazing, amazing story of a brave woman who stood up for her nation, for a woman who believed that she won't be defeated. She wasn't until she died, you know. And when his sister took over, obviously, eventually things start falling down. And because I was thinking, I know Zawimbi, he was a leader, he got killed. But it's just how things get played to us. He was fighting, and I realized that he was fighting the same fight that she was fighting for his people, right? But as a child, I didn't understand that, because all I know is people fight in Angola. Why are they fighting? They are fighting for the land. They are fighting for what they believe is rightfully theirs, right? So we don't have that dog in us. We don't have the fight to fight the thing that we want. Like us on a personal level, we don't have that fight within us. And that's a shame. And that's an absolute shame that we don't have so much belief in ourselves to fight for ourselves. We've just given up. We've just given up on life, which to me, it's a big shame. It's an absolute big shame that we don't see who we are. We don't value ourselves, who we are. We almost have to wait for somebody to tell us. But just look in the mirror. The person that's looking back at you, look in the mirror. You are worth every fight, every battle that you can take, fighting yourself, fighting your mind. You are worth it. Now, whether you're going to do that or not, it's up to you, it's up to me. Are we going to do that? It's a stumble. A road to greatness is never straight. Even the Queen, she had to fight. She had to stumble. She was even downsized to about 200 men when she had 8,000 people fighting for her. She was down, but then she had to change her way. How do I get to grow my people? Right? How do I get to that? She had to marry this second husband that I said she married. She had to marry him, but you know what she had to sacrifice? Drink human blood to be accepted. It's like a ritual, right? She had to do that, and she had to do that for her people. What are you sacrificing? What are you sacrificing? She had to do that, and I think they said baby slime. I'm like, ugh. I mean, both of them is like, but you have to do what you have to do to get greatness. After that, she was powerful again. She was powerful, kicking the Portuguese people. They had to give up in the end because she was just, I am not having this. We are not slaves. You know, you cannot come in my homeland and tell me that I'm a slave and do whatever. She was not having any of that. But what we do, we enslave ourselves as people. We enslave our own self. We are free, right? We are free, but we enslave ourselves mentally. We have chained ourselves that we don't do what we have to do to upgrade. All we want is that fiat. Fiat. So if I say fiat, what does that mean? The money. It's called fiat. It's printed by the government, and that's what we want. They print it every day. That's what we want. They have so much of it to the point, some of it they have to destroy it because it's only paper, right? It's worth nothing. Most now is just digital. Fiat money. The one thing that we all so after, which we don't understand. And for us to understand, you have to take a book, have to listen to somebody, have to write something down, but we don't have the time for that. Yet we want the money. We want that fiat currency, but we don't know what it is. We don't understand. All we know is you get digits at the end of the month that somebody has paid you for your value of what they've put on you, and they say thank you, and you go, thank you, master. We bow down. We bow down. We don't have that value on ourselves. Like, money, it's not going to come today. It's not going to come tomorrow. It's going to take you time. Again, because you are working with a broke mindset. You are working with a broke mindset where you will fight yourself every single day. But if you are being truthful to yourself, being truthful to your word, you will get there. You will get there. So the central banks, they've got control over the money that they print, because then that way they can control the environment, the economy, what's happening, who's doing what can we put up, what can we put down. It's them, the central banks, or the Feds in that case in America. They have that power. They can control that, but you have the power to control money within yourself, like within your environment. You have that power. How we control it is with doing nothing. How are we controlling it? With us being mindless, of not understanding and not doing what we have to do. That's how and what we do. And that's a shame. We have the power. Just say it within yourself. Stand up, fight yourself. Do different things every single day to add to your greatness. Say today I'm going to do this. Tomorrow, like a little plan that you have done for yourself. Just plan it out. Today, it's my recording day. I've recorded myself a few videos. Okay, so then tomorrow, what do I do? Am I going to edit them? Am I going to do that? Plan it. Sometimes I fall off the wagon. I say, no. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. Do the thing that you said you're going to do. Do the thing that you said you're going to do. Own it. We don't own it. We don't own it. And because because we don't understand, the thing that we don't understand is the money will forever print this. The money will forever lose value because they print so much money. Money loses value. But we don't understand that. We keep chasing for that paper. And we have nothing because they're printing so much of it, right? We end up with almost nothing. That's why we're chasing. Because we don't understand. How do you get to understand? Get to the people who are talking about money. Get close to them. Get into their communities. Get into that community. Open yourself up. For me, that's why I always will say Forex is my first love. Because I got to understand a few things that I would have never understood in my life. Never understood. Because of what I do now, I would have just stuck my head in the sand and say, I don't need to know. That's not for me. It's for those people. But who's those people? Money is for everybody. We all want money. Just understand how it works. Understand what fiat is. Because most people, the people who talks about money, they will never say, money is like, it's the currency. No. Money is just money. No. Because they understand. Because they understand that they have to have assets. They understand that they have to have the paper to buy the assets, right? They understand that. We don't. What we want is more money in our bank, and it doesn't do anything for us. We keep it keeps losing value. We keep it, we keep losing value. How is money losing value? It's what they are doing. It's when you are going to buy this hand cream. One day or last year it was £1.50. Now you're buying for it £2.50. Your money have lost value. You still have the same £100, but it has lost value. Now you can't afford this. You can't afford it because it's gone up twice or three times than it was. Still the same bill, but because of what they're doing, the interest rates. See, that's why it's important for all of us. Whatever you are doing, either whatever you're a coach, you're a teacher, whatever you are, understand the language of money, because otherwise you will be forever. Like we will be forever chasing that paper. Just because simply we don't understand. All of us need to buy assets. What is an asset? Right? The things that the government won't be able to take away from you. What is an asset? Anything that it's within your control. Something that's within your control. See, why lots of rich people, they're buying land. Why are they buying land? It's an asset. buy a cow, buy a goat, it's an asset. Buy something that will add value, buy gold, buy silver. It's an asset. That will never lose value. Gold is going up like mad. It's an asset. You should stop chasing paper. Because the term fiat is coming from a Latin word, right? That translates, it shall be or let it be done. Fiat is from a Latin word. Lots of words that we tend to use is from Latin, right? And fiat is one of them. Because sometimes I run into people say, why do you like talking about money's history? History. Yes, history is what makes us what we are today. If you go back and sit down and say, oh, so really I don't have to work so hard, I just have to be smart with my money or how I should accumulate money. Right. So what do I do? A, B, C. So you put your plans out. That way you are actually thinking about what you're doing. You are actually putting your thinking cap on. You're thinking about it. Guys, fiat, we will forever, just because of this here. We are not brave enough to take the action. Sometimes, I don't know whether you guys come here and take notes. I do ask. Take notes. Are you just taking notes to be a master at taking notes? Or are you afraid to take action? Because taking action, it's what counts. You can come here, listen, we talk, we exchange words, you just listen and I do the talking. This will forever happen until you take action. I will forever do this and you go and say, okay, that was a good talk, or oh no, maybe I didn't like it, whatever. But are you going to take action? It's a thing that I want for you, for me. We all have to take the action. Take action. It's a thing that will bring the change. Are you going to take action? That's all we need to do. Wise man, you are late, young man. Are you going to take action? Welcome, guys. Welcome. Are you going to take action? Because most of us, we are afraid of taking action. We are afraid to find out if I put this money, fiat, right? Let it be, or it shall be. If I put this money online, will I get it back? But are you willing to take the chance or not? Are you? It's up to you. Because yes, you will lose the money. For as long as you're looking for change, things will happen along the way. You will stumble. You will make silly, stupid mistakes. But you're going to learn from them and become a better person. Just take action. All you need to do is take dang action. That's all we need to do. Take action. Learn money. Fiat money. Understand it. Because the banks, they are controlling us left, right, and center. But because we don't know that, we just see them saying, putting numbers. It's these weird numbers that we look at, they're looking at, and we like, it's over our head. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Once you know what you're reading, once you know what you're looking at, it's not that hard. It's like anything, right? It's not hard. It's not hard at all. Because in the newspapers, I remember when I was a little girl, looking back, I didn't understand. It's like, looked at them, didn't understand, didn't ask anybody, but just looked at them. Looked at them, said, what do they mean anyway? What are these numbers? I'm terrible at maths. Put it down. Now I'm saying a little girl, not little, but I was teen, old enough, right? Got into this thing. So I think it was in Manchester. I'm sure I've told this story before. Went to Manchester, was invited. I didn't know where I was going, what I was doing. All I know is I had to bring pen and paper. We were taking notes. What? The prize at the end said Forex. I said, what is Forex? Don't know what Forex is. At the end, this is the prize, the money that they said we have to pay to like 10 grand. I'm like, what? I don't have that kind of money. Walked out. But what they installed in me got stuck here. I was always wondering, what is Forex? Forex. Maybe 10, 15 years later, or maybe, I got to know what it is. Because it never left my mind. Probably that wasn't the right time. And because I didn't have the money anyway. Wasn't the right time. But eventually, slowly, I'm opening up my world. I'm opening up myself to understand what this money thing is. And it starts with you learning the language. Learn the language of what are we doing? Who money? Where did money come from? What am I going to do? How am I supposed to grow with this money thing? It's so hard, but how am I supposed to grow? What am I supposed to do? What is everybody else doing? The people that are actually growing. Find someone that you can look at and copy. Just to copy what they're doing. Find that somebody. It's going to be dang hard, but find somebody. Look up to somebody. As I said at the beginning, guys, we've got so much time, but we just waste it in nonsense. We waste our time. Sorry to say, but we waste our time with a lot of rubbishness. So go out and find out what fiat is and how it works. All right, what is a central bank? So how does the central bank really put interest up and down, inflation? When they say that, how does that affect me as a person? We spoke about CPI, which was inflation, last week. Spoke about that. Go and watch it on YouTube, right? If you're not on YouTube already. Find out and just get to know, speak the language. When you being within my community and stuff or other communities, eventually it will start. Okay, when they say this, they mean that. When they say that, just surround yourself. If you can't be with people individually, be with people online. Surround yourself with greatness. That's how change comes. We want change, but we don't want to work for it. So what are the advantages of money, which is fiat? Give central banks that greater control. Is cost efficient for them to produce, right? Because it's cheap for them to produce. And then the central bank, then they sell it to the normal banks that the high street banks, right? They sell it to them for a certain amount of money because they still have to buy, right? It's like everything. Nobody gets anything for free. We all have to buy from one another. Right, and then the bank gives it to us, and then they give it to us even for more expensive. When you're taking out a loan, when you want to buy a house, want to buy a car, or just borrow money for whatever, you get it for even more expensive. Those interest rates that they put on top, you got, let's say you borrowed 10 and you're paying back 13. It's that interest that they've put on top. So, yeah, it gives them that flexibility. And the disadvantages, isn't a foolproof way. It's not. It doesn't protect the economy per se. Because that's why we get so much inflation, right? And it creates these bubbles. Because now when you start hanging around these people, they will say, oh, there's a bubble. It's about to burst. The bubble is about to burst. It's when you trade stocks, the stocks go so high, right? They're running because they've been running, certain companies, they've been running. And I mean, going up. It's like that value that you put in a company. It's been going up. People are buying into them. People are investing into them. So they make so much money. And eventually, somebody comes with a pin and pop that bubble, and everything they crumble. We know Nokia. At one time, it was the thing. If you're not owning a Nokia, you are a nobody. Where is Nokia now? Somewhere. Doing something, I'm sure. Bubble have burst. So for them to print so much money, as I said, it creates that inflation for us to spend more of what we don't have. Spend because you have to buy bread or you have to buy milk. You don't have a choice in the matter. So you end up just doing it. You end up buying, you end up doing. Because you have to eat, right? So you don't have a choice in the matter, but you will have a choice in the matter if you're taking control of your mind, if you're taking control of your money, if you're taking control of how you should move. If you take control of that, you will be in a much better place. You might not make millions, but you will make yourself better from where you are. You will take yourself out of that hole to be a better person, to understand. So go and understand. Understand what they are saying. You will make better choices. Trust and believe that. Go and find out more about fiat. Right? If you are late, some of you I can see it just popping in. We are about to go. Go and find out about fiat. We spoke about time, and we spoke about a wonderful, beautiful queen that worked this earth. And then now we're talking about fiat money. How do you make more money? How do you have more for yourself? It all starts with the mind. It all starts with how you look at things. Please, guys, we can do it. All of us on this call, we can do it. We just have to think differently. And we have to be willing to take the action and do the hard work. Because it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Because you know how these systems are made is to play you, right? Because you try. Okay, I'm going to open a business, or I'm going to learn how to trade stocks, forex. But how the systems are made, it's for us to rely on the system. It's for us to want the system. It's for us to want the government, look up to them. So what are they doing? How can the government help me? How can these people, how can work help me? Otherwise, I'm a nobody. I'm a nothingness. Because how things are made, they are made so hard, like the world of money, it's made so hard for us we the commoners, to understand what it is. It's made so hard, but it's not really. It's to play with your thinking. The language that they use, it's just ridiculous. I say, so this is what you mean when you say this. Oh, okay, I can do that. But because the language is to deter you to be, because they want people to work, to do all the hard work, right? If we all know what money is, if we all know how to make the money, who's going to do the work? Because it certainly ain't going to be me, because I'm not going to do that, right? But we can improve from where we are now. We are down here. Because the bottom is so crowded with so many people who don't want to take action. Some of them cannot be bothered. Some of them are comfortable. Some of them, they don't even know what's going on. But there is some of us who are here just crawling out. Some of us, we are here. Some of us who are here. But most of us, we are here trying to crawl out. But please take the action to understand that money language. Take action. I cannot emphasize that enough. Guys, I will love and leave you, and I am so much grateful for all of you coming on here and giving me your time. I am forever grateful. Thank you. For guys, if you don't support me on YouTube, please do go there and subscribe. I need more people there, right? To grow the community. You'll get more out of me there on YouTube. More videos that you'll get to watch, because if you're not doing the work to do this, you'll be stuck at one place, and that's not what I want for you guys, my community, my loyal people that come here and be with me. Because it's a Monday reset. We've named it now. It's official. It's stamped. It's Monday reset. So please join me every Monday if you can. If you can't, you can always follow up on YouTube. The video, it's there waiting for you guys. So thank you, and I'll go and say, chase your purpose and never the money. Please chase purpose, never the money, because money will come. We know that they're printing, there's loads of it, they're printing it. Go and chase your purpose and never the money, guys. And I'll see you again next week on a Monday reset. Take care, guys. Have a great week. Please reset your mind. Okay? Bye.